back to another episode of All Things Honor. We are here reviewing episode number 35. That's right, we've made to 35 episodes of Ring of Honor TV, and we are officially 8 weeks away from Final Battle, which is very exciting. We saw a couple things on this episode that may be leaning towards Final Battle, maybe some minor feuds on the TV episode, which is really good. So without further ado, let's review episode number 35. And we start this week out with an Angelico promo. Angelico says that he and Kingston are good friends and he does not want his upcoming title match to hurt. Whoa. To hurt their friendship. He says that he crossed the line of what he did to Serpentico a couple weeks ago when he beat him down, and now Serpentico's in a sling, and now Angelico wants vengeance. He said he is ready for a championship match, and he is waiting on Kingston to give him the time and the place. Now, if you've been watching Collision and Rampage, you know that Jay Lethal is also getting a Ring of Honor title match, and I'm going to assume that that is either going to be taking place at Full Gear, which I could totally see them doing, or that is going to happen on AEW programming. It won't happen on Ring of Honor TV because God forbid we have our champions defend their titles on Ring of Honor TV. And I believe Angelico is actually going to get his match at Final Battle. Since we are 8 weeks away, it makes the most sense that that is what we're going to lean towards because they have 8 weeks to build it, especially after Kingston has his match with Jay Lethal. But yeah. The promo was good. I mean, for those who haven't really been tuning into Ring of Honor TV, it gave people the opportunity to kind of look into the Angelico Kingston feud and stuff like that. And fun way to, it's different. We never kick off with a promo. We usually kick off with a match. So this was really different. And we get Angelico versus Metalik. Great way to start off the episode match-wise. Ring of Honor is doing a really good job building up Angelico because before Ring of Honor, he really was just used as a jobber on Dark, and now he's getting a world title match. So love that Ring of Honor continues to give these wrestlers opportunities. The match with Metalik was fun. It was fast-paced. Crowd is really into it, and that's what we're trying to do here. And Angelico gets the win. Next, we get a Kyle Fletcher promo. There's a lot of promos in the first half of this episode. And Fletcher says that even though he has lost his two big matches, one with Kenny Omega and one with Bryan Danielson, he takes away the fact that he is only 24 years old and he has his entire career in front of him. He says they barely beat him, and the next time he's in those big two matches, there will be a different outcome. Now, we'll get to this more when we talk about his match with Willie Mack, but I was really concerned that they were going to keep Kyle off TV, and he's been on like every single programming, Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, Ring of Honor. He's been killing it. So very good for him, and we'll see him later on, like I said, in his match against Willie Mack. Here's our first problem with the episode. We get the infantry versus Terrence and Terrell Hughes. For those who don't know, those are Devon's twin boys who are trained to be professional wrestlers. And the commentary team was hyping them up so much. You would have thought that this was such a hot team on the independent scene. And this was a squash match. They lost in like less than a minute. So I don't understand why we were hyping them up. I thought this match was going to be a lot longer. I was very disappointed. To me, I think the infantry is actually going to get the Ring of Honor tag title shot at Final Battle. That's really wishful thinking because, again, our Ring of Honor tag team champion, I can't even say champions, our Ring of Honor champion has like 10 other people going after him at the moment for his world title. So he has a lot of things going on, but I would say the infantry's really been building a case to get that tag title match, so I'm hoping it goes to them. But I was just really disappointed that they like nothing. Didn't even get one sign of offense. Unbelievable. Next, we have a Maria Kanellis promo. For those who don't know, Maria is my wrestling mentor, so very excited when she gets promo time on Ring of Honor TV. She says that her boys are going to win their match tonight, and now they have the same goal, and that goal is to win the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. Layla Hirsch then interrupts and says that Kanellis should be happy she lost to Athena because she proved Maria right, that Layla wasn't ready. Kanella said that all she wanted to do was help. Hirsch says that in the beginning she was very tough on her. She's had a lot of hard upbringings and it's very hard for her to accept new people in her life. And now she's actually considering the help from Maria, and Maria says to have her help, she needs to earn it. So looks like we're kind of hinting at that a little bit, which is really exciting because I think Layla and Maria would be the perfect pair together. And I also think that maybe not at Final Battle, because we'll get to what I think the Final Battle women's match is going to be, but I could see when Maria and Layla finally pair up, Layla getting her Ring of Honor women's title that she rightfully deserves. So very excited about where we're going with this. Next, we have Anthony Henry versus Dalton Castle, and I will say that Dalton Castle is one of the most entertaining things on Ring of Honor TV right now. He knows how to get the crowd in the palm of his hand, and that's a skill that few wrestlers actually possess. This match was a lot better than I expected, and it really showed that Anthony Henry can not only go as a tag team wrestler, he could also go as a singles competitor. And this isn't the first time that he's had singles matches on Ring of Honor TV. He's had a couple, and I've said the same thing. But he freaking kills it every time. Castle gets the win, and since he keeps mentioning TV and ratings, I'm going to assume that he will be the one to dethrone Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is obviously going to go up to AEW, do stuff with MJF. We know that he's going to be a partner in that huge 8-man tag for the. It's like BC Gold versus MJF, Joe, and two other people. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be the Kingdom, or maybe Roddy and somebody else, and we'll see where that goes. But Dalton Castle wins in a fun one. Next, we have Mark Sterling, Tony Nese, and Josh Woods promo. Sterling says that both of his talent are on a roll, and he is celebrating that when Ethan Page interrupts and says that he has called the number on the business card that Sterling gave him last week, and no one has answered him. All Page wants is Sterling's advice. Sterling is like, we answer our more important clients first. Sterling goes back to his interview. Page is like, well, I'm the only one here. And he confronts Mark Sterling. Nese says he is moving on to bigger and better things. He wants nothing to do with Ethan Page anymore. But Page says that he cheated in his match last week and it wasn't fair. Josh Woods tells him to move along. And Sterling lays down the challenge for next week between Josh Woods and Adam Page. And he says that after next week, they'll be completely done with Ethan Page. I like this mini feud. I originally thought that possibly Ethan Page was gonna get the world title shot at Final Battle, but I like that he's like entering himself in mini feuds to actually build him up to that world title shot. That's what we're supposed to do in wrestling. I love when that happens. Now, the next segment is probably what my favorite match on this episode was, and that was the Tornado Tag Team match with Mercedes Martinez, Diamante, Athena, and Billy Starks. And I will say that I believe this is the first women's Tornado Tag Team match in Ring of Honor history, which is really cool. So the commentary team was very quick to point out the fact that Billy Starks is wearing all black gear. It's not her normal rainbow gear or her gear that's dedicated towards the Nightmare Before Christmas. It was all black, kind of hinting at the fact that she's turning leaves and she's turning colors. But besides that, this match was really good. It started right off the bat. They were all over ringside. I believe it was Athena that like threw Diamante through over a table. These four women are all over the place, and this program has been really good, and I think this very well showcases the Ring of Honor women's division, and they proved why the Ring of Honor women's division should be taken a lot more seriously. And Athena shockingly gets her first loss in Ring of Honor TV history as Billy Starks takes the pin. And Diamante and Mercedes win. Mercedes and Athena had a stare down, and Mercedes says that she is one step closer to regaining a Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Now, I actually do not believe that Mercedes and Athena is going to be the final battle match just because we saw that last year. And I think that'd be so stupid if we did the same exact match because even if it is Mercedes, I don't see Athena losing to Mercedes unless they want Athena up on Dynamite, but I don't think I see that either unless they're going to have her be TBS champion, which I would be totally fine with that as minion number 204. Got to respect my minion overlord, but we'll get to when we get to the minion meeting. We'll get to what I think the women's match should be. Next, we get the Kyle Fletcher Willie Mack match, and like I was saying before, when it was first announced that Mark Davis was injured, I didn't think Kyle would be on TV. Now he's on everything, and he's doing such a great job. He is proving every single week why he is one of the many names in AEW that is the future of professional wrestling. I personally would love to see Willie Mack on TV more as well because he kills it every opportunity he gets, and even though he doesn't win all the time, he still proves that he is a very good professional wrestler. Fletcher keeps racking up those wins on Ring of Honor TV, so I'm assuming he's going to be on Final Battle too. Really don't know what he's going to do, but Kyle Fletcher gets a huge win. And here we go with our minion meeting. Athena starts screaming at Billy, saying that she caused her first loss in Ring of Honor. She says that Stark sucks. If it wasn't for Athena, she would be losing every single week on Dynamite and Rampage and Collision, which is 100% true. So I love that she brought this up because it was actually really funny. And now she has to defend her title against Martinez, who at this point should be retired, and she doesn't think that's fair. She screams that Stark sucks as she walks away as Stark starts crying into Lexi Nair's arms. Now, there's a couple ways we can go about this. I honestly think it'd be really interesting if Starks cost Athena the title against Mercedes. I really don't want that to happen. I think that'd be really stupid, but like you have that, you have, Athena winning, and then Billy and Athena like confront each other, and that leads to that big title match, and Billy finally like holds it to Athena, or maybe they have another tag team match, and Starks like after the win, like after if they win or lose, like beats Athena down. There's so many ways you can go about this, but I 1000% believe that Starks is going to get the match at Final Battle. I believe it's going to be the main event, and I also 1000% believe that Starks is going to be the one to beat Athena. If it doesn't happen this way, I won't be disappointed because I do want to see Athena hold the title for more than a year, especially because it is legitimately in Athena's hometown. But I would rather go that route than her versus Martinez the second year in a row. If we get her and Martinez the second year in a row, you'll hear me complain to no end. I'll be very upset. Next, we had a really fun four-way match. It was Slim J versus Gringo Loco versus Blake Christian versus Gravity. And I thought Slim J was done with Ring of Honor, but we had him here, so that was fun. And this match was honestly straight fire. It was like all four of these men, fast paced, quick, my type of wrestling. And don't blink. Don't blink when you watch this match because you'll miss something. And it's like, whoa, what did I miss? Um, if we had a TV title on TV, I would say like one of these four men could like wrestle Joe, but he's nowhere to be found, which sucks. Gravity gets the win, and it looks like they're trying to push Gravity a little bit, which is actually really interesting. I think Gravity is signed. If not, I'm not really sure. I think he is signed. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's interesting. They're trying to push him. Maybe his friend will come back soon from his broken wrist. I think he is cleared though. I think he's come back in the next couple weeks. Talked about Bandito, by the way. Who, by the way, put him on Ring of Honor too. Love that guy. Next, we had Layla Hirsch versus Nyx. Another squash. Sigh. Sucks. Next, we had Darius Martin versus Lee Moriarty, and this match was a lot quicker than I thought it would be. Like, I write my written review as the episode was going on, and I was literally like writing down Athena's promo, and I looked up and the match was over, so I was like, wow, this was really quick. Shane Taylor helped Moriarty get the win, as Moriarty would not let go of his submission move. Action Andretti came out with a chair to make the save for his tag team partner. Future tag match probably next week, if not in the next couple weeks, but interesting. I like this. I think they're just stalling till Lee Johnson comes back from his honeymoon to continue that storyline with Shane Taylor Promotions. Next, we had Rachel Ellering versus Robin Renegade, and I love Rachel Ellering. I think she's a extremely talented women's wrestler. And the interesting thing about this is she had an entrance song in a Titantron, and I know we've seen her on Ring of Honor TV before. She's lasted the longest in one of those Proven Ground matches with Athena, lasting 8 minutes. They said it on commentary, but it makes me wonder if we're gonna see her on Ring of Honor TV more, kind of like Allison Kay. Like maybe she's signed to a top three deal, meaning that like she's paid to show up frequently. It's kind of so a top like a tier three is basically like the contract you get before you sign like your full-time contract. So if you're an independent star, you kind of aim for that contract and then you aim for your full-time deal. This match was okay. It was nothing special, but I am really confused what we're doing with the Renegade Twins because they just keep on losing. It's like there's no direction for them, and that kind of sucks. And I was even shocked that Rachel Ellering got the win here. Kind of proves my point that maybe she is signed to one of those tier three deals, but she won. Cool. Yay. And now we go to our three-way tag main event. It was the Gates of Agony versus the Iron Savages versus Cole Carter and Griff Garrison. This main event was 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Please stop doing this. I don't understand why we keep having a main event that's less than 5 minutes. Ring of Honor used to put on hour-long main events. Are you kidding me? I was so mad. Please, like, I don't understand. Like, fix this. This can't keep happening. Like, are you trying to build the Gates of Agony up? Like, then have this match earlier in the show. Have another match main event. Because I did not like this. I don't like that we keep on doing this. In all honesty, overall, I really did like this week's episode. I think we are building to some strong feuds heading into the pay-per-view, as well as some smaller feuds to get through TV. Like I said, I didn't like that we are having really short main events. I feel like that defeats the whole purpose of a main event. You know, main events are supposed to be like your feel good, happy, like key moment, and they're like 2 seconds long, and it's leading to nothing. So yeah, so that is my review for episode 35. Next week we approach 36. We'll be 7 weeks away from the pay-per-view, and hopefully we'll be building to more matches. But other than that, I will see you guys next week as we are on the road to Final Battle.